All right, welcome to the Blue Pip Academy Basics of Forex Trading course. This training is a week-long training, but it's not like we're going to have training or classes every day. We're going to have a first class, which we're having today. After that, we're going to have maybe one or two other classes, during which time we are going to analyze the market together. And we're going to look at the charts together. I'm going to answer all your questions. You're going to ask any questions that you may have in the course of your personal trainings. The I'm going to give you a link to one of our courses at Blue Academy, our basic course, which is currently sold for 30,000 naira, I think about $28 or thereabout now by Nigerian conversion rate. So sold for about $28 right now. I'm going to give you free access. Everyone who is in this call, I'm going to give you free access to that course. I told you it's a free course, so don't worry about any payment. You're not going to have to pay anything throughout this course. As a matter of fact, for the no, not mentorship, for the support that you're going to get at the end of the course, because for those who decide to take it further, take it serious, and actually apply what they learn here, you have free access to me, and you're free to ask questions anytime. It doesn't matter, even if it's in the middle of the night. If I'm not available, just drop the message, and as soon as I come online, I'm going to respond to that. I make it a point of duty to answer every question from my students within an hour. If your question stays longer than an hour in my inbox and I've not responded to it, something is terribly wrong. You should probably call 911, or maybe, you know, call anybody that you know that knows me to find out if I'm okay. Unless it's midnight and maybe I'm sleeping. But if it's during the day, I usually try to answer every question within an hour, maximum 2 hours, worst case scenario. So even at the end of the free training, you're still going to have access to that as well. You're going to have full access to me anytime, irrespective of whether you're a paid student or not. Okay, so take note of that. Now, having said that, I'm going to share my screen so I can so we can start the class straight off. All right, sharing screen. Which method am I sharing this? Okay, if you can see my slideshow, please raise up your hand. If you can see my slideshow, just raise up your hand so I'll know that you can see. Awesome. Okay, so that means it's displaying fine then. We can start right away. Okay, you can put down your hands now, or better still, I'll just put them down for you. All right, so let's just get started. Okay, you can see my screen, beautiful. All right, so welcome to the Blue Pip Academy. This training is sponsored by two bodies, the Blue Pip Academy and XM Global, one of our brokers that we work with most of the time, which is the same broker that I use, the main broker that I use. We have a couple of brokers that we work with, but these two are some of the, this one is one of the major ones that I work with. It's about the only, I won't say the only broker that I trade with right now, because I trade with three brokers actually at the moment. I trade with three brokers. I have three trading accounts that I work with at the moment. So those are the three that I work with. I've worked with several brokers, but these three are found to be pretty reliable and fast when it comes to payments. That is your payment of your withdrawals and all that. So this is the reason why I work with them. So one of them, XM Global, is actually sponsoring this training. That's why it's free for you. So they paid the registration fee, that is the course fee, the $27 that each of you are supposed to pay for it. They decided to carry it for a reason. Anyways, so having said that, we move straight into the training. Now, when you get into any venture, which most people, almost every one of us, as a matter of fact, this is the reason why you are in this call right now, and the reason why you are in the group for this call right now. So when you start a new venture, the first area that you get involved at the first point of contact in that venture, it doesn't matter what, is the point of uninformed optimism. Everyone goes through those 5 stages in every learning venture to achieve success or to have an achievement in that area. The first stage you go through is called the uninformed optimism. That optimism of somebody made $500, somebody turned $500 to $5,000. Somebody is making $50,000, 50,000 naira every week. Somebody is making $200 every month, and so on and so forth from trading Forex. is just a novice. 2 months ago, he was broke. Today, he has some money and he looks like he's going to keep having money. That's optimism that, oh, there's a lot of money in this. Let me get in and look at it. Let me see if it's something I can do. That is what most of you followed into this training right now. This is the stage where almost everybody is, unless for those who have gone into Forex for a while, who have lost some money over some terrible experiences and so on and so forth. But for those who are coming into contact with Forex for the first time, you are currently at the uninformed optimism point. That is the point where everything is shining, everything is smooth, everything is, that testimonial aspect. That's where you are right now. When you leave that stage, as you go further in that venture, you're going to get to what we call informed pessimism. Informed pessimism is that point where you say, I didn't know this thing is this hard, though. It's getting more difficult, but I think it's still doable, though it's tough. So I'm going to need to buy data. So I'm going to need to be online every time. So I'm going to need to sit down and go through training. So I'm going to, you begin to look at the negative things the painful things that you have to do to get that achievement. That is what we call the informed pessimism part. Now, the third stage that we get to, which is this bottom part here, is the valley of despair. At the valley of despair is where most people quit. This is that point where you get to and you lose hope. This happens mostly when people lose money as far as forex trading is concerned. It happens with every venture anyways. So when you begin to lose money, or when it looks like you're not getting it, the more you try to learn, the more difficult it is. It's like the terms are not sitting right, or maybe because of some personal issues, emotional issues that you're having, you can't seem to focus. That is the valley of despair. At this point, most people will quit that venture and find something else to do. So maybe something else comes, maybe on Facebook. They are going through Facebook just like some of you saw advert on Facebook, and you see the advert and it's of something else, maybe their graphics design, or maybe I don't know, maybe affiliate marketing, and it seems to make sense to you at that time. So you jump into that as well, a new shiny object that you have seen, and then you go through the 5 stages all over again. Start from being uninformed optimism, which is what dragged you to that venture, and then you begin to get that same pessimism again, and everyone gets to the valley of despair. Now, when you get to the valley of despair, where most people quit, where every shiny object begins to appeal to you, what I call the shiny object syndrome, begins to affect you, you can either do 2 things. Either you quit with those who are quitting, or you decide to persevere and put in more effort. Okay, there's something I have not learned. There's something these people did that I have not done. There's something I need to figure out. And when you finally figured it out, you get to the point of informed optimism. Now, informed optimism is that point where you be like, okay, it's true. It's actually very difficult. And it's actually tough. Oh, I'm going to need data. Oh, I need to be awake by this time of the day. I need to study for at least 1 or 2 hours in a day. I need to do this, I need to do that. But I think I can do it. And then you actually gradually begin to put in the work. From that point, there's only one way, only one place you can go, and that is to achieve success in that venture, or to reach that achievement that you have been going through. So most of the time, we stop at the 3rd stage. We don't proceed to the 4th stage, let alone get to the 5th stage of success. Most of the time, we stop at the 3rd stage. Now, I'm going to encourage you that in this training, trust me, there's going to be that valley of despair. It's going to come, trust me. It comes for everyone. It affects everybody. It came for me. It took me years. As a matter of fact, it took me almost a decade, close to 10 years, to get out of the valley of despair. And that's because I didn't have me. I hope you understand what I mean. I didn't have someone like me who could hold me by the hand and guide me through it. This was a time when Forex trading at this level was still very, very young in Nigeria. So a lot of people didn't really know so much about it. So those who really know something about it are foreigners, and it cost a lot. So a lot of people could not afford it. Most of the time, I could not afford it initially, until a point where I just told myself, well, I have to find a way to afford it. And at the end of the day, I paid for training to a foreigner, somebody in the US, who trained me. He's in the army, who trained me gradually, took me by the hand and mentored me properly. And that was when I was able to get out, see the informed optimism aspect, and then got success in forex trading. So that is what I wanted to put in mind as we enter this training together. There are 3 rules of life. Number 1, the quality of the mind is the quality of your life. Whatever state your mind is the state that your life will be. If you are a positive person, a hardworking person, your life will follow that same channel. Respond with positivity and bring you good result. Now, second rule of life is you can never be worth more than you know. It's not possible. You can never be worth more than you know. If you want to earn more, you have to become more. I tell my students, I said, the only reason why you are not making the kind of money that you wish that you have, that you are making in this industry, even me, I am not yet making the kind of money that I wish I am making. And that's because I'm not the kind of person that can make that kind of money yet. So I am growing into becoming that person. So I tell them, because the only reason why you're not making the $1,000, $2,000 that you are seeing as big money that you wish you could be making monthly in Forex is simply because you are not the person that can earn or manage that kind of money yet. You have to become more. You have to be more as a person before you can earn that much. The third rule of life is this. There are two aspects of this. If someone is ahead of you, it is because, number one, they know what you don't know and they do what you don't do. And that is the truth. Anybody, doesn't matter who, anybody who is ahead of you, if you are a Christian, if somebody knows the Bible more than you, can preach better than you, can speak better than you, can stand in front of the crowd and preach to them better than you, it's simply because they know what you don't know. They know some aspect of the scripture that you don't know. They do some things that you don't do. Maybe they wake up and study the Bible maybe every 1 hour every day, 2 hours every day, 3 hours every day, like I hear some people do. But you have not started doing that. The moment you begin to do the things they do, the moment you begin to know the things they know, you realize that you are the same, you begin to get to the same level with those people. And that is just how life plays. Now, the second thing that that makes them ahead of you is that they have combined readiness with time. They have combined readiness with time. Right now, the few of you that are in this call are ready. These are not all the people that are in the group. The others are not yet ready. They probably don't have the time. They are not able to combine readiness and time yet. You've been able to combine readiness and time, but it's not enough yet. Today is just one call. There's going to be at least one or two. And besides that, you're going to have exercise and activity that you're going to be doing on your own until the next live call. This is what readiness and time will show. It will show those who are ready to learn and those who are giving time to learn it. Now, how do you solve these three problems? I just showed you three things that made other people stand out who seems to be ahead of you. The first is that your quality of life is determined by the quality of your mind. The second thing is that you cannot be worth more than you know. And the third thing is that if anybody is ahead of you, they know more than you know. As they know what you don't know, they do what you don't do, and they have combined readiness and time together. So how do you solve the first one, which is that the quality of your mind is the quality of your life? How you solve it is that you consume better quality content so that you can improve your mind. And once you have improved your mind, your life increases in quality as well. That's just it. Begin to consume better quality content wherever you are going to find them. Secondly, how do you solve the second one? Okay, how do you solve the second thing, which is doing what you need? You need to be more or becoming more. You need to know more and do more over an extended period of time. Remember, I said this is a week-long class. It's not going to happen overnight. You don't say, okay, I've attended today's class, I am done, I'm going to leave it until the next session. It doesn't matter. Or some people will even feel like, I've learned some basics of Forex before, I don't need to go through all the training from the beginning. I tell you, you've made a mistake. Even if you have learned the basics, in fact, even if you are a trader, but you are not profitable, then you still need to go through the training from the beginning to the end. You know more by investing in yourself through courses. This is a course. You may have other courses. Through people, through plenty of attention. And you do more using the formula CVT, which is consistency, volume, and time. Consistency, volume, and time. If you consistently consume enough volume of information over a long period of time, you would have solved number one and number two for yourself. So be consistent with a large amount of value over an extended period of time. In Forex, I say at least 6 months. In Forex, at least 6 months. Don't be in a hurry. Yes, you are going to be making money as long as you follow my instruction in this group, you could be making money as soon as next week. You could be making money as soon as in the next 2 weeks, depending on how quickly you have capital to trade with. You could be making money as soon as Monday. Today is Saturday. You could be making money as soon as Monday or Tuesday, because I'm going to provide you with free signal, okay, throughout, at least for the next 3 to 6 months, as long as you are consistently following instruction. That's it. You don't need to pay for that, and it's VIP signal. And how do you solve the third one, which is knowing what others don't know and doing what they don't do? Number one, you learn from those ahead of you to know what they know and do what they do that you don't do. So figure out what those who are ahead of you, what are they doing that you don't do? What do they know that you don't know? Learning does not necessarily mean going through mentorship. Yes, you could go through mentorship to speed it up, but it's not compulsory that you must go through mentorship. For instance, my mentorship at the moment costs 250K. Not everybody can afford that, and I understand that. But I'm not going to bring my mentorship down because not many people can afford it. I don't even want many people in my mentorship. Do you understand that? So instead of that, I would rather go, even if it is free training. I have several people in my group who are making money but still did not pay for mentorship. And they still refuse to pay for mentorship. I'm not going to tell them to pay for mentorship when they are getting the result that I want them to get without necessarily paying for the mentorship. So if paying for the mentorship will get you the result fast, good. If it will not, then don't bother. Consistently follow. Remember I said 6 months. If you give yourself 3 months to learn and put in your best, I guarantee that you can make the kind of money I'm making, maybe even make much more than that. I will show you the kind of money I'm making right now. Now, it's through studying them, following their digital or physical footprints anywhere. So you follow them everywhere. Follow them on social media, follow them on Instagram, Facebook, watch what they are doing. Some people are not very social media free. Someone like me, for instance, I don't post so much on social media, but if you follow me up, ask questions, I would always divulge information. I will always give you information, whatever it is that you need. So just follow. Then to solve B part of it, you can only solve B if you have mastered the first four solutions, which I've given you above. This is where the how much do you want it question comes to play. Sometimes I ask people when they say, Coach, please come and mentor me. I say, no problem, but how much do you really want it? How hungry are you for this? If you are very, very hungry, then I don't have problem mentoring you, because the hunger will make you raise the mentorship fee, which would force me to be able to provide you with everything you need to be able to be successful as well. So once you have a strong why, a strong reason, you solve the first part of 3B. Now you have readiness. Then you keep going for a long period of time, which is where the time comes in. Now, I tell people, I say, if you're not willing to learn, no one can help you. And that is the truth. No matter how much I do. Today is my son's birthday, my last born. Today is his birthday. He's 6 today. Today being his 6th birthday, he's celebrating with his friends right now, but I am here training you. Not that his birthday is not important to me. His birthday is very, very important to me. In fact, I am not happy not being there. However, what I am doing here is equally very important, because if at the end of today it means that one person or two people can find what they need to be successful, and a week later or 2 weeks later they can send me a message and say, Coach, thank you for that training that you held that day, it really helped me, then I know, because the boy is only 6, he's going to have a lot more celebrations in the future, so it's not a problem. He's my last child. I have one of them in the university, the second one is about to get into the university. Okay, so if you are not willing to learn, no one can help you, not even me, no matter how much I put into it. However, if you are determined to learn, there is nobody that can stop you. That you sent a message to Coach Sebastian and he did not respond is not going to stop you. That you don't have money to pay for mentorship is not going to stop you. I promise you, it's never going to stop you. That you don't have money to even fund your account is not going to stop you, because there are ways to raise money. So many ways to raise money. So that we are going to deal with much later on. Now, if the path to what you want seems too easy, then you are on the wrong path. That sounds like an irony, right? Everybody wants things to be easy for them. But I don't know, I think it was in Things Fall Apart that Chino Achebe wrote, May Your Road Be Rough, or was it Wole Soyinka that wrote May Your Road Be Rough? I think it's Wole Soyinka that wrote in one of his books, May Your Road Be Rough. It sounds like a curse, but it is not. because the rough road will lead to very sweet destinations. So if your path to what you want seems too easy, then you're on the wrong path. I promise you, the path to success in forex trading is not going to be easy. It was not easy for me. Okay, it's going to be it's going to be easier for you than it was for me because you have me, but it's still not going to be absolutely easy. It's going to cost you. You're going to put in some work. Now, this is, I said I was going to show you the kind of money that I earn. So normally, I'm not the kind of trader that will show you trade results. I don't like to do that, except in the signal groups. In the signal groups, I will post results for you. But for newbies or trading like this, I know you are used to people showing you trade results. They made 1,000 pips. They entered here and closed here, and it's a lot of money. Yes, but all of that can be doctored. The only thing that cannot be doctored is the money that you withdraw from your demo. Most of them could be using demo account. They could be using, in fact, brokers even do some kind of accounts for you that if you check it, it's not a demo account, but it's still a demo account. But they show you that it's a live account. I've had one broker tell me that he wants to do that for me, and I said I don't need it. So they will give you the account. It shows that it's a live account, but you cannot withdraw money from there. It's still a demo account. They just change the title, so you can use it to deceive people. I don't do that. I don't post results. I post my withdrawals. I post my statement of account. Things like that. Those are what, that is money that comes into my pocket, money that enters my hand that I spent from forex. I can show you that. But when it comes to results, when we get into the signal group, you will see what my signals do every day, and now understand the reason why I can have this kind of withdrawals almost every day or every other day in the week, sometimes 2 times in a week, sometimes 3 times in a week. So let's take a look at some of these results. This is, it's a video, so let me see if I can play it. It's a short video. It's just going to be running. Don't worry, there's no sound. So these are withdrawals I've made: 1,043, 1,002, 2,000. This is in the space of I think 3 or 4 months, I think 3 months or thereabout. So that was last year. Okay, just before I did this slideshow. This slideshow I've used this since last year, so I've not updated it. I've not posted for this year. Now, in total, for that 3 months from January or February to May, I made a total of $9,116. $9,116 when converted to naira, as at that time was about 8.6 million. 8.6 million naira in the space of 3 to 4 months. Now that's over 2 million naira, or almost 2 million naira every month. That's some good amount of money. That's a good amount of money. That was when dollar was around 800 or 950 or 900 or thereabout. So it was 8.6 million naira. That's in the space of 3 or 4 months. Towards the end of last year, I have 2 accounts that I use mostly for my withdrawals from my forex trading account. Kuda for one broker, the other one for the other broker. Kuda, I use 2 brokers. The other broker does not allow Kuda. That's why I use FCMB. Normally, I don't like to use commercial banks for my trading business. Then too, they put I for person body. So I only use that for one broker account because they don't allow Kuda. But the other 2, I use Kuda Bank. Now, between 1st of September to 30th of November last year, September, October, November, that's like 3 months. So within those 3 months, I have 5.2 million naira coming to that account. You can see money in. I have to black out some part of the information on this statement. So please, I hope you understand the reason why, for personal reasons, for safety reasons too. So 5.2 million naira came into that account. This is the second account where I use one other broker for 1.537 million naira came into this account too. I had to black out some other information like the account number and so on and so forth too, for personal reasons. Now, those kind of money are possible for you in forex trading. I'm not going to be treating some of these things. I'm going to skip some areas that I don't think are very, very necessary for the quality of people that I have in this call right now. So I'm going to skip some things. Now, this slideshow was done last year. I've not done any new one this year, which is the reason why I've not updated it. It was done in November. That's why the last statement was showing November. Maybe for the next class or the one after that, I may have updated and show you accounts for this year. And this year has been sweeter than last year, sincerely. However, as a beginner in forex trading, there are 4 important elements or factors that you must have to even begin the journey to success in this industry. The first of them is a dependable and reliable broker. A broker that doesn't change your order. a broker that doesn't shortchange you, a broker that doesn't set you up to fail, and a broker that doesn't steal your money. Brokers do this in several ways. As you go through the training, you understand some of the ways that brokers cheat you. But I have set aside 3 brokers that I have used over time. For over 6 years, I've been testing those brokers. And these 3 have stood out rather, sorry for that bad grammar. And I read English, oh, God forgive me. May God have mercy on me rather. So these brokers have stood out for me out of all the brokers that I've used. These 3 have been very, very reliable. When you get to the Bloomberg Academy website, you're going to see those 3 brokers. You can simply click on their logos to sign up with any 3 of them. I recommend XM Global most of the 3 of them. That's the one I love most. Majorly because of the bonus that they also give, that can also help you to boost your capital. So if you have $50 and they give you 100% bonus, which is what they are giving all my students anyway, that's the deal I have with them for this class that I'm holding right now. So for all my students, they give you another 100% bonus. So if you deposit $100, they give you extra $100, making it $200 to trade with. And that's beautiful. That can get you so far. You can begin to make as much as 40%, 30%, 20% on that daily, following my signals. And if you miss out on the 100%, you are guaranteed a 50% bonus, which is extra $50 added to your $100. That's a very good one too. So even though I said you can start with $50, I will encourage you to start with at least $100. It's best for you. Don't worry, we're going to explain why it's better much later as we go into the training. Now, the second thing you need is a quality mentor or a quality trainer. I can vouch with all confidence, I can hit my hand on my chest that I don't know about others, I am a quality mentor. My students have told me over and over again that they haven't had a better person train them in any field, not only in Forex, in any area. They haven't seen a person that teaches with such patience and such understanding. So I can guarantee you that you have a quality mentor when it comes to me. Now, the skill set is the third thing that you need. This training that you are getting is the first step to the profitable skill set you need for a successful, profitable training. In this training, you get all the trainings you need to get you started and get you far. The training provided here is fully online, so there's no need to come to any physical class. Take note of that. We have a physical office. I'm in my office. We have a class the office has a classroom attached to it. Okay, so we have a restroom. Everything is set here. However, we hardly hold physical classes because it's expensive for me. Right now, I am burning fuel. You know, Nigeria power situation now. I am burning fuel. You can hear the generator sound in the background. So I am burning fuel. It costs me because I have to be seated in one place. I like to move around a lot. So if it's not a physical class, I could hold it anywhere. You could call me anytime and I could begin to teach you even while I'm on the road. You understand? It's easier for me to hold class virtually or online. This class is going to be online. If you sign up for mentorship at the end of the class too, it's going to be online as well. But I guarantee that it's going to have as much quality as if you have a physical class as well. Now, the training provided here is fully online, so you can catch up anytime if you missed any part of it. I'll be available to provide you the guidance you need as you study along. And at the end of the training, you stand a chance to make a lot of money, including win my $100, $75, $50 trading contest. I've not decided that I'm going to do this trading contest for your group yet because for 2 reasons. Number one, we don't have a lot of people in your group. Secondly, the few people that we have there are not really very, very encouraging to me because, of course, look at it. We have just about 12 people in this call right now, and the class is over 50. So less than half of the people attended this class. I don't really like that. However, it's not going to be an issue. I usually hold this contest where at the end of the free training, when you fund your account and you start trading, I'm providing you with signal, of course. If you can be disciplined enough to follow the signal consistently for 1 full month, for the person that has the highest growth in their account. So before you start, if you are going to join the contest, it's not compulsory, only for those who are interested. So if you want to join the contest, once you deposit into your account and your deposit is confirmed and you are added to the signal group, you send me a message, coach, I want to be in the contest for this month. So I'll note down those who are in the contest. At the end of the month, we are going to look at how much you started with and how much profit you made. I'm not going to ask you to bring your money. It's your money. Both the capital, the profit, everything is yours. Now, for those for the person that has the highest percentage of growth in their account, that person will go, I'll give that person an extra $100 from my own pocket. Now, what that means is this: if you have $200 capital, another person has $500 capital or $1,000 trading capital, you that has $100 capital, you trade and make an extra $100 on top of your $100, making $200. The person that has $1,000 trades and makes $300 on top of his $1,000. You that have $100, you are the winner of that contest. I hope you understand that. Because you made 100%, the other person made 30% growth. Okay? So it's on percentage depending on your capital. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you must have a lot of money to start, or that you must make the largest profits depending on your capital. So take note of that. And then the second runner up, the first runner up rather, will go with $75, and the second runner up will go with $50. And then a few, or maybe 2 or 3 other people after that will go with some consolation prizes, some data, some, a few other things like that. So the value you are going to get from this class is limitless. I'm sure you wonder why I'm doing this for free, or why we are doing this for free. Like I said, it may be free for you. I said that in the group. It may be free for you, but it's not cheap. It costs so much for me to be able to set up this class, and it's going to cost you as well. Okay, it's going to cost you a lot as well. So once again, here are the benefits you are going to get from this training: a world-class Forex training, you are getting it for free; full support and assistance throughout the training and afterward; free access to my VIP Signal group, which is worth $50 every month. I charge $50 monthly for my Signal group, and a chance to win my contest, which I don't promise that I'm going to hold the contest for this group anyway, but let's see how it goes. Number 5, an opportunity to join my 250K mentorship program for almost free of charge. I told you earlier that my mentorship is 250K. But when I hold trainings like this, I usually give discount to my students depending on how they impress me in the course of the training. So if you do well, if you guys do well, you might end up having to pay maybe 75,000, 80,000, 100,000 only for mentorship instead of 250K. And I've been known to do as low as 50,000 for some group. In fact, I've been known to do less than 50,000 sometimes ago, but not in a very long time now. Anyways, so you might actually get it at a very huge discount for almost free. Now, some of you are wondering why I'm doing this. I'll show you why I'm doing this for free. And also, some of you even think there must be a hidden fee somewhere, and you are probably even skeptical about the training. But here's why I do it. Number 1, I was once where you are. That's the truth. I've once lost so much to Forex, so much that I almost committed suicide. I'm being very factual here. It was so bad that my wife almost left me because I was broke and almost homeless. Landlord had given me quit notice. Children have been thrown out of school. It was terrible for me. But thankfully enough, I survived it. Through the help of my mentor, I survived it. So I was able to do it despite all the shortcomings. I didn't have a very sweet background. Okay, I trained myself through the university. I studied English in the university. So I'm born to be a teacher. That's probably the reason why my teaching seems to resonate well with my students. Okay, so I read English. I didn't have background in finance, so it didn't make it easier for me, but that didn't stop me anyways. I didn't have a lot of, I have a friend, a fellow trader, who was telling me his story. He said when he started, he went to his dad and said, "Daddy, I need 100,000 naira." And his father gave him without asking any question. He went and funded his trading account, blew the money, and in 2 days, the money was gone. He came back to his father. This was when $100,000 naira has value, when dollar was like 160. And he came back to his father and said, "Daddy, I need 100,000 naira again." And Daddy asked him for what? He said, I wish I gave him some excuse. The father gave him another 100,000 naira. He went, 2 days later, he blew that again. Gave his father a space of 3 days and came back to him again. I said, "You are lucky you have that kind of father." I didn't have that. I didn't even have parents that would pay my school fees when I was in the university. I was working 4 jobs in the university so that I can pay school fees, pay my rent, feed myself, and still go to school. I swear, everything I say before God here, is the truth. So I was once where you are, but I made it despite all the shortcomings. Now, let me tell you one bitter fact. It's not likely to get any better. In Nigeria, as far as this country is concerned, it's not likely to get any better without you getting better. Have you noticed how Each government seemed to be worse than the previous one. When Abacha was in power, at least I still remember Abacha period very, very well. Though a few of the other ones, I don't want to talk about them anyway, but at least starting from Abacha. When Babangida was in power, we abused Babangida. Abacha came into power by coup anyways, and the country was weeping to the point that some people were making grapes, coughing for him, that he should just die already. Thankfully enough, he died and left, and democracy came. Obasanjo came into power. When Obasanjo was in power, we hated him, we insulted him, we abused him. He left. Yaradua came. Yaradua came, didn't really last long, but Jonathan continued what he did. But when Jonathan was in power, he was the most insulted president in the world. Google it as at that time. If you go to Google at that time and type when Jonathan was in power, most insulted president, Jonathan's name will come out Gadagbani. So it was that crazy. I'm talking about Nigeria. For those who are not in Nigeria, I'm sorry. I hope you can relate anyway. Africa, we are almost all the same when it comes to governance. Now, Obasanjo left power. We were shouting Buhari, Buhari, Buhari. Buhari came into power and we were wishing Jonathan was back. Was it not true? And when Buhari was leaving, we were praying, abeg, his 8 years should just finish, let him go. Now Buhari is gone. Tinubu is here. We are cursing Tinubu every day and thinking maybe Buhari was even better. So, and that's the truth. It just doesn't get any better. Nobody is coming into power that is going to do better than the previous one, because in fact, let me not even go into that because we don't have the time for that. But that's the truth. It's not likely to get any better unless you are getting better. While cement was 14,000 in Lagos, I have a plot of land, I have a parcel of land in Lagos. I've had it for a while. I abandoned it and it wasn't fenced as well. I just did, I think, 2 or 3 coaches for fencing and left it. And before I knew, I've not gone there for a while, only for my friend to call me. My friend who stays in Lagos went there and he called me and said, guy, they don't dey collect your land. I had to call the landlord. Wetin happen? The landlord, the person that sold the land to me told me, we told you have to start developing, you did not develop, so it's not their fault. Whatever happens, our money lay. You know how Lagos is now. So I had to rush down there and I started building on that land immediately. While cement was 14,000, block was 500 naira for small one, 700 naira for the 9 inches. It was crazy, but I started building. As people were complaining and crying, I was building. Now, it's only when you get better that you don't know whether things are getting worse or it's getting better in the country. You shouldn't be bothered about the Nigerian economy. You should be bothered about your own personal economy. That's what matters most, and that's what matters to me. I care about my personal economy. I really don't care so much about Nigerian economy. Yes, I pay attention to it, but I don't care a lot because I don't even earn. Yes, I earn some of my sources of income are in naira anyways, but the one that comes from foreign currency is way higher than that. So when I convert my money to naira, I always celebrate. When naira was 1,900 to $1, I was very, very happy. I was hoping it will continue, but I'm glad it's coming down anyway. It's good. It's a good thing for the country. Okay, so I can see the hunger in the land, and earning in naira is not going to cut it anymore. Is another reason why I do this. And apart from that, I get paid to do this. Okay, I get paid to do this. I'm also building relationship and connections. I tell my students, I said, there's coming a time when I hope to retire maybe in the next 10, 12 years. Now, by the time I retire, I want to buy a house, my retirement home, that my own money will not be there. You understand me? Where I can just post in the group of students who are already making a lot of money, making thousands of dollars from my services, from my signals and from my training. And I will tell them, guys, I have seen this beautiful house. I want to buy it as my retirement home. So here is the GoFundMe account. Log in and contribute to it. And they will put money together and buy that house in my name without me contributing 1 naira to it. That is the kind of relationship that I'm building. That's the kind of connections I'm building. Where one member in my group can have issues, for whatever reason, I will say, guys, we need to raise $10,000 for so and so person. And within 2 days, $10,000 is on ground. So there's nothing as powerful as that. Now, of all those factors, I've mentioned 3 factors out of 4. Of all the factors of success in this business and this training, you are the most important factor. Remember what I started with. If you don't work, nothing else works. If you are determined to learn, nothing can stop you. If you are not willing to learn, nobody can help you. That's the truth. So I had serious problem being profitable when I started. I met a mentor who helped me, but he was only able to help me because I let him. When I met James and I told him and I saw his result, back then Telegram was the thing. It's still the thing anyway. Facebook, WhatsApp is pretty coming up too, but Telegram was where everything Forex was and everything investment. So I met him on Telegram. I saw his result. I saw the testimonial from those who have gone through his mentorship. I called him, sent him a message on Telegram. He responded after I think a week or two. And when I told him I said, I've been seeing your result. Are those results true? He said yes. And I said, I want you to mentor me. So he said, I'm going to give you one statement now, and then I'm going to allow you to go. And after 3 days, I want you to get back to me, whether you are ready or not. And he said, only 1% of traders are making good money. 1%. That is only one out of every 100 traders is making good money. When he say good money, it means money that you can live on and you'll be fine. That's the kind of money that he calls good money. He said only 5% of traders are making any money at all. That is, they are even breaking even. They are not losing money. 95% of traders are losing money in Forex. That's the fact. 5% are breaking even. 1% is making good money. That's what he told me. He said, think about this and let me know if you still want to do this. And after about 24 hours, I got back to him. I said, I want to ask you a question before I answer you. And he said, what is the question? I said, can you train me to be one of those 1%? Do you think you have what it takes to take me, a novice? I know nothing about finance. I have lost so much in Forex. As I'm talking to you now, I don't even have trading capital to start. So I have lost a lot of money that doesn't belong to me, which means I am deeply in debt right now. I am not in US, I'm in Nigeria. We have power problem. We have a lot of issues. I don't even know. I said, putting all of this in perspective, do you give me assurance that you can train me, this idiot, to join that 1%? And he said, as far as I am concerned, I give you a confident yes. But as far as you are concerned, I don't know. It's only you that can answer that. If you think you will be available for me to train you, I can add you to the 1%, only if you will let me. And that was when I said I was ready. I paid him $1,000. $1,000 as at that time. Well, dollar was 160 something thousand. I mean, 60 something dollars naira then. So that was about $167 or thereabout. It was crazy. 67,000 naira. It was mad. I didn't know how I raised that money. I shall raise the money by hook and crook to pay him. And then he started training me. It took 3 good months before I started seeing improvements in my profits. That's because he isn't a very good teacher, and he was a Bitcoin miner. He's in the US Army. He's always very busy, so most times he doesn't even have time. But I understand because he told me already his schedule, so I understand with him, and I patiently waited and studied. He gave me loads of resources. I read and read and read. You would think I wanted to write Cambridge, and finally the results started trickling in bit by bit. $100 became 110, became 120, became 150, became 200, became 250, became 400, became 800. I started paying off my debt bit by bit. I started recovering my confidence back in the market, and that has brought me this far. So he could only do that because I let him. I would only be able to help you if you will allow me. I am not going to push anyone. I have 5 children. They are already pushing me to the extreme. I'm not going to add your own stress to it. You are not my child. So I'm not going to break my head for anybody who is not ready to learn. But for everyone who is ready to learn, even if you don't have 1 naira to learn, I am willing to work with you. As long as you are willing to get off the proverbial dime to make $1. But bear in mind, that's why I put it before you even join the group, that Forex trading is a business. You need capital to start any business. That's the truth. You need capital. I'm not asking you to give me your money. I don't need your money. If you give me, I will take it. I don't need it, but I take it. If you pay for mentorship, I will spend your money. In fact, if you pay for mentorship today, maybe I'll just use the money, 250K, to carry the boys out and have fun with them. Where it's a lot of money, I may not finish that on them this night. But basically, that's what that 250K will do for me. So it's not really about the money. Yes, I take the money. I just said that with all confidence. Not because I need it, but because you have to pay it if you are going for mentorship. It's compulsory that you pay that. However, even if you don't have that money, have your own trading capital. I'm not going to give you money to trade. It's not possible. I can never do that. I would never. You will raise your own money by yourself. I would help you grow your money. I'm not going to trade for anybody. I stopped that a long time ago. I don't trade with anybody's money. Only my own personal funds and corporate funds, of course. I have a corporate account I manage too. So, other than that, I would help you, guide you, provide you with signal and resources to be able to grow your money, but I will not do the work for you. Take note of that. Now, the question is, who can do this? Anybody can do this. It doesn't matter who you are. Anybody. It doesn't matter whether you have BSc, anything. It's not important. Anybody can do this. As long as you are hungry, willing, and ready to put in the work, you can do this. Remember what I said. If you are willing to learn, if you are unwilling to learn, nobody can help you. And if you are determined to learn, no one can stop you. So having said that, you need to make some changes in your life. Change in education. Get a better education if you want to make the kind of money that you want. Start investing your time. You don't just spend time, you start investing. So what are the procedures for now? We're going straight into the final part of this, okay? To 7, we are still in good time. So the procedures are, you've been added to the WhatsApp group already. If you're not already there, you can invite your friends to join you there too, at least for the next couple of days. So all you need to do is just send them the link that I posted in the group. Send it to them to register too. Now you're going to register on the training website, bluepeopleacademy.com.ng, and start taking the course. It's going to be free for you, even though it's a paid course. I'm going to show you the course, and I will guide you on how to do that too. The physical training also available if you want to come to the center, but I don't want anybody to hold. But I don't want any of you in physical training right now. I don't need the stress of physical training. You can register with any of the brokers that you have on the website there. Light Finance is not one of them. I've removed them. You fund your trading account and get added to the Signal group, where you get steady signals to trade and make money while you are studying. So optionally, you can subscribe for the mentorship if you like. Remember, it's only if you like. It's not compulsory. So now, before I take your question, I want to show you what you need to do, what your instructions are. There are 2 options for this. One is to use the what's it called? To use the app. I will send you a link to the app. Okay, I will send the app, the APK file, to the group. It's only for Android. If you are on iOS, please use the website. Okay, if you're on iOS, use the website. If you're on Android, you can use the app. You can also use a browser too. Okay, so you can use browser, you can use app. It doesn't matter, any one of them. Now you're going to have the 2 of them. So this is the website. This is the website right here. Let me share my screen again. Sorry. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. If you can see it, please raise your hand. Awesome. Okay, so you can see my screen. Let me just continue then. So on the browser, just type the website bluepeopleacademy.com.ng /courses if you can do that. If you can't do that, just type bluepeopleacademy.com.ng. This is the training websites, the website. These are the recommended brokers, 3 of them. So when you are ready to register, just click on any of them. Either XM, Derib is for synthetic. You can ignore Derib for now. XM, which is the most recommended, or XNES, any of the 2. XNES is cool because they allow you to have a Naira account. So your fund can be in Naira. You deposit 50,000 Naira, you get 50,000 Naira in your account to trade with. And you'll be trading, and your money will be in Naira. Conversion, everything. There's no need to be seeing it in dollar. XNES provides that, and that's the reason why I like them about this. Some Nigerians want that, and that's why I use them for that. Then XM Global provides only dollar, foreign currency account, dollar, euro, pounds, one, I don't know, I think CHF as well. So, but mostly we use dollar in Nigeria, so we use dollar mostly. But if you prefer pounds, fine. If you prefer euro, you can choose that too. But I recommend that you choose dollar. It's easier and more convenient for you. So these are the three recommended brokers. But where you are going is here, courses. Don't click on downloads, click on courses itself. So when you click on courses, you have these courses. This is the course you are going for here. Basic Forex trading. The course is on discount at the moment for 7.9. I think it's today is Saturday, it's ending tomorrow. This promo is ending tomorrow. But for you, you are going to be taking it free of charge. So by tomorrow or by the end of this class, when you log in, you are going to see it free here. Normally, it's a 30,000 naira course. That's what we said it normally. But you are going to see it for free here. So just enroll. If it's free, you'll just see enroll. Okay? So click on that enroll and start taking the course. So when you enroll for the course, let me see if I can log into an account that already has access to it. Just give me a moment, please. So let me share the new screen with you. That will be this one. All right. I hope you can see the new screen. You can see, right? Okay, great. So here is, so once you have registered and you have enrolled, this is where it will take you to. So this is the course. You just click on start learning. If you are mobile, you will see it at the bottom of this picture. I mean of that picture that you see there. And these are the lessons there. So just click on them, starting with what is Forex. So you have an introduction and then you have an introductory video of what Forex is. So all you need to do is just click on the video to play it and it will start running. Let me just pause it. So it's just going to run and watch it fully. When you are done with that, okay, when you are done watching it, click on mark as complete at the top there. Just scroll up and click on mark as complete. Okay, once you mark it as complete, you will see your progress will show that one out of, you can see 1 of 26, that's 4%, and the mark as complete button is gone. If you scroll down, you will see button for next, and you have the link to XM Global here as well, and a couple of other brokers which Deriv is there, M4 Market and Anzo Capital. If you like, you can use them, but I don't recommend them at the moment. So use either Deriv, XM Global or XNES. Okay, so if you want XNES, just go to the home page. Just click on the logo here to take you back to the home page, and you can click on XNES. Then when you are done with that course, click next. That will take you to the next lesson, lesson 2, currencies and currency pairs. Okay, so just play it and then confirm that you have completed it, and then go next. Or instead of going next, you can just select it on the left here too. It's easier to just click on it on the left. If you can see it on the left, just click on it. So it's pretty straightforward to take the course. It's not difficult at all. You're going to have what's it called? You're going to have quiz. There's a quiz section there. Let me see. Okay, this is the quiz. So there's a quiz section which you must answer. Take the following quiz. So start quiz, and you must pass the quiz. Once you pass the quiz, you can go on to the next section. There are about 4 sections there. There's the basic, introduction. There's understanding the forex market level up. There's intermediate, trading the forex market. And then there's advanced mentality and psychology of trading. Okay, or trading system. So 6 lessons here, 7 lessons here, 5 lessons here, and 8 lessons for the first part. So 4-part lesson. So take the course, finish it. Okay, finish it before the next live session, because in the next live session we are going to go live into the chat, and by then, if you have not finished the course, you may not understand some of the things we'll be talking about. So that's why I'm encouraging you to try and finish the course. The lessons are not so long. Some of them are about 15 minutes, 14 minutes, 20 minutes. I don't think there's any that is more than 20 minutes. Let me see, how many minutes is this? Okay, so as you can see, this one is about 18 minutes.
All right, guys.
This one is 19 minutes. See, 19 minutes. So I don't think there's anyone that is more than 20 minutes. So 19 minutes, 14 minutes, 18 minutes, maybe 20, 25 minutes. So they are pretty short. So if you can take at least finish one section a day, you can be done before the next live session, starting tonight. So between tonight and tomorrow, you finish one. Tomorrow and next tomorrow, you finish this. Monday and Tuesday, you finish this. Then Tuesday and Wednesday you finish this, then you should be done. Our next live session should be on Wednesday or Thursday. Okay, I've not decided yet. I'll fix the date or the time and the time, and then I'll notify you in the group. So that's for this area. So let me see if I can take any question. Now, I said you are going to register with any of the brokers, and registering with them is pretty straightforward. Just click on any of the link that you want to register with here. So for XM Global, just click on it. It's going to open in a new tab. So it won't close out the Blue People Academy website, which is where you are taking your training. So accept everything here. When it comes to preferences, accept that. Scroll down, or if you are using a PC, you will see open an account at the top. If you are on mobile device, you might need to scroll down a little and select open an account anywhere on the screen. Okay, it doesn't matter. See, you have 100% bonus right now. Okay, because it's on my PC, on my screen. So just click on, because of the link I use, that link I use. So just click on open an account. If you ever had an account with XM Global before, please take note of that. If you had an account with XM Global before, please let me know before you register. Okay, there's something you need to do before you come and click on that link and click on what you need to do. So just let me know. But if you've never had an account with XM Global before, this is your best chance to join. 100% bonus. You can see Africa Odyssey bonus promo, double deposit, up to $500 extra credit, 6 more trading opportunities, trade 1,300. They have a lot of instruments to trade, and their spread is beautiful. They have very lovely spread. Okay, so just click open an account, and that will get you to this section. So let's accept the privacy, where you just fill in your location, which is by default Nigeria, of course, because you can read where I am. Enter your email address and enter your password. Then agree and register. So once you register, it will create your dashboard for you. And in the dashboard, you can now create your trading account. I think it will create trading account by default. So you just need to verify your account. Oh, and take note of this. When you are verifying your account, only upload your proof of residence. Proof of identity, only your ID card. Any government issued ID, any official ID from your country is acceptable. Okay, so if you're in Nigeria, NIN, the NIN slip, or the digital NIN that you download in PDF from the NIMC website, the voter's card, international passport, national ID card if you have it, any government issued ID is fine. Just snap it clear. Don't crop into the ID. If you take it on a table, make sure that the table part shows all the four corners on the focus. So the whole ID must show, plus the background of where you snapped it, so that it will be easier. They can easily verify you. Just upload only that on the two spaces where it says identity and residency. Don't upload utility bills, statement of account, any of that. No. As long as you're coming with my link. So if you have any questions, get in touch with me and ask so that I can put it through. So let's quickly take questions now before we close this session. I'm so glad that we are finishing at just a little after 7. I like the speed. All right, if you have any question, please raise your hand so I can call you and answer your question. I think that's okay. How do you know we are from your class to access the Forex course for free on your website? Oh, don't worry about that. I have my way of knowing that. Okay, don't worry about that. I'll tell you what to do. Okay, don't worry. I'm going to give you a code in the group that you will use. So when you enter the code will give you access. However, if somebody who is not in the class or not in the group enters the code and gets access, I am checking regularly. I will kick the person out by myself. So the code I give you, do not share it with anybody. If anybody needs the code, just send them the link to the trading. Let them join the group. There's a reason why they are in that group, so that we can all work together. Okay? So don't give it to anybody outside. It's free for you and anybody that you're inviting. So just invite them. The code you'll still get, they will be able to use it. I hope you understand that. Okay? I think that's it. Thank you so much for being in this class. You could just press the big red button at the bottom of your screen to exit the call at any time. I think we're done for today. Have a wonderful night. I'll talk to you in the WhatsApp group.